Here are Grandma's 35 brilliant egg tricks that work like magic. Cook eggs in a dishwasher. One of Grandma's unexpected tricks is cooking eggs in a dishwasher. This method works perfectly for soft or hard-boiled eggs while running your regular dish cycle. To try it, place whole eggs in a heat-safe, sealed container or wrap them tightly in aluminum foil. Set the dishwasher to a normal or heavy cycle with hot water. As the water heats up, it gently cooks the eggs. Once the cycle finishes, you'll have perfectly cooked eggs without needing to use a stove. A truly magical kitchen hack. Use ice cubes to firm egg whites for poaching. Using ice cubes is a clever way to firm up egg whites for perfectly poached eggs. Before poaching, place the cracked eggs in a bowl of ice water for about 5 minutes. The cold temperature helps tighten the egg whites, preventing them from spreading too much when dropped into boiling water. This simple trick results in neatly poached eggs with a tender texture. Boil eggs in red wine for a unique flavor. For a unique twist, boil your eggs in red wine to infuse them with both flavor and color. Simply place eggs in a pot. Add red wine and bring to a boil. Let the eggs simmer for 10 to 12 minutes, depending on your preferred level of doneness. As they cook, the eggs absorb the wine's rich flavors and take on a deep burgundy hue. Once peeled, they make an eye-catching addition to charcuterie boards or salads, offering a bold flavor that's unlike traditional boiled eggs. Apply egg white to scars to lighten them. According to Grandma, egg whites are a natural remedy known to help lighten scars over time. The proteins and amino acids in egg whites can promote skin repair and reduce the appearance of scars. To use, simply separate the egg white and whisk it until slightly frothy. Apply a thin layer directly onto the scar and let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes before rinsing off with warm water. Regular use of this method can gradually lighten scars, leaving your skin looking smoother and more even-toned. Grate frozen hard-boiled eggs for salads. Grating frozen hard-boiled eggs is a fantastic way to add texture and flavor to your salads. First, hard-boil the eggs, let them cool, and then freeze them for a few hours. Once frozen, use a fine grater to shred the eggs over your salad. The eggs will resemble fluffy, delicate shavings, blending seamlessly into the greens and adding a rich, creamy flavor. Freeze scrambled eggs in ice cube trays. Freezing scrambled eggs in ice cube trays is a great way to prep for quick, easy meals. Simply scramble the eggs as you normally would, but don't cook them yet. Pour the raw mixture into an ice cube tray, filling each compartment. Once frozen, pop out the cubes and store them in a freezer-safe bag. When ready to use, thaw the cubes and cook them as desired. This method makes portioning scrambled eggs easy, saving time and effort during busy mornings or camping trips. Make marbled eggs with tea or soy sauce. Marbled eggs made by boiling eggs in tea or soy sauce add a striking visual appeal and unique flavor. First, hard-boil the eggs, then gently crack the shells without peeling them. Simmer the cracked eggs in a mixture of black tea or soy sauce with spices like star anise and cinnamon for about 30 minutes. The liquid seeps into the cracks, creating beautiful marbled patterns on the egg whites and infusing them with a rich, savory taste. These eggs make an eye-catching snack or addition to meals. Apply egg white as a skin-tightening face mask. Egg whites are a natural and effective way to tighten the skin, leaving it feeling smooth and refreshed. To make a simple face mask, whisk the egg white until frothy and apply a thin layer to your clean face. Allow it to dry for about 15 to 20 minutes until it feels tight on your skin. Rinse off with warm water to reveal firmer, more radiant skin. The proteins in egg whites help shrink pores and reduce oiliness, making it a great skincare trick. Use a water bottle to suck up yolks. Separating egg yolks from whites has never been easier with the help of a simple water bottle. Crack the egg into a bowl, then gently squeeze the bottle and position its opening over the yolk. As you release the squeeze, the yolk is quickly sucked up into the bottle, leaving the whites behind. This trick makes separating multiple eggs fast and mess-free, especially if you need to save time during baking or cooking. It's perfect for creating yolk-only recipes or fluffy meringues. Pre-scramble eggs by shaking in the shell. Did you know that you can pre-scramble eggs without cracking them open? You can do so by simply shaking them in the shell. Place the raw egg in a sock or wrap it in a cloth to cushion it, then shake it vigorously for 30 to 60 seconds. The contents will scramble inside the shell, giving you a pre-mixed egg. When you crack it open, the yolk and whites are already combined. This is a fun trick for making scrambled eggs directly in the shell, ideal for boiling or cooking over a fire during camping trips. Bake eggs in a potato for a twist. Baking eggs inside a potato adds a delicious and creative twist to your meal. Begin by baking a large potato until it's soft. Once cooked, cut off the top and hollow out a bit of the inside to make room. Crack an egg into the hollowed section, season with salt, pepper, and any herbs or cheese you like, and bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius for 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how you prefer your eggs. The result is a hearty, flavorful dish, perfect for breakfast or brunch. Use a jar lid for perfectly round fried eggs. Achieve perfectly round fried eggs by using the metal ring from a jar lid as a mold. Simply heat your skillet, place the ring on it, and crack an egg into the center of the ring. The egg will stay contained within the ring, cooking into a neat, circular shape. Once the egg is set, remove the ring and continue cooking to your preference. This simple trick creates neatly shaped eggs that are perfect for sandwiches or breakfast presentations. Add mustard to scrambled eggs for flavor. Enhance your scrambled eggs by adding a small amount of mustard to the mix, just like how Grandma did it. Whisk your eggs as usual, then stir in about a teaspoon of Dijon or yellow mustard before cooking. The mustard adds a tangy depth of flavor, giving your scrambled eggs an extra layer of complexity without being overpowering. Pair this trick with some fresh herbs or cheese for a more flavorful and unique breakfast experience. A small amount of mustard brings an extra layer of flavor, making scrambled eggs more flavorful and unique. Boil eggs in beet juice for pink color. For a colorful twist on traditional boiled eggs, simmer them in beet juice to achieve a vibrant pink hue. First, hard-boil your eggs and peel them. Then place the peeled eggs in a pot of beet juice, along with optional spices like garlic or star anise, and let them soak for 30 minutes to overnight, depending on the intensity of color you want. The vibrant color and subtle beet flavor turn ordinary, hard-boiled eggs into a visually striking dish. Condition hair with egg yolk. Egg yolk is a fantastic natural conditioner that nourishes and strengthens hair. To use it, whisk 1 or 2 egg yolks and apply the mixture to damp hair, focusing on the ends. Let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes to allow the proteins and fats in the yolk to penetrate and repair the hair. Rinse thoroughly with cool water and shampoo as usual. This nourishing treatment leaves your hair feeling softer, smoother, and healthier with just one use. Add lemon juice to stabilize whipped egg whites, one of Grandma's classic kitchen hacks. Lemon juice can be added to whipped egg whites to help stabilize them for baking or cooking. As you start whipping the whites, add a small amount of lemon juice, about a quarter teaspoon per egg white. The acidity in the lemon juice helps strengthen the protein bonds, giving the egg whites more structure and making them less likely to collapse. This trick is especially helpful when making meringues or soufflés. It ensures firm, stable peaks for perfect results every time. Rub egg white on bruises to reduce swelling. Did you know that egg whites can be used to help reduce swelling and soothe bruises? Simply whisk an egg white until slightly frothy and gently rub it over the bruised area. Let it dry completely before washing it off with warm water. The proteins in the egg white may help to tighten the skin, providing a cooling effect that can temporarily reduce swelling. While this remedy isn't a cure, it offers a quick, natural way to soothe minor bruises. Preserve eggs in lime water for storage. Preserving eggs in lime water is an age-old method for long-term storage. To do this, mix 1 ounce of hydrated lime with 1 quart of water, then submerge clean, fresh eggs in the solution. The lime water forms a protective seal around the eggs, keeping them fresh for up to 12 months without refrigeration. The preserved eggs can be used just like fresh ones when needed. Apply chilled egg whites under eyes for puffiness. Chilled egg whites can help reduce puffiness and tighten the skin under your eyes. First, separate the egg whites and refrigerate them for about 15 to 20 minutes. Once chilled, apply the egg whites gently under your eyes with a clean brush or cotton ball. Leave them on for 10 to 15 minutes, allowing the proteins to tighten the skin. Rinse with cool water and pat dry. This quick remedy can provide a temporary lift and make the skin under your eyes look smoother and more refreshed. Make egg ribbons by drizzling into hot broth. To make delicate egg ribbons for soups, simply whisk an egg and slowly drizzle it into hot broth while stirring gently. The heat from the broth cooks the egg as it hits the liquid, forming thin, ribbon-like strands. This technique is commonly used in dishes like egg drop soup and adds both flavor and texture to the broth. The egg ribbons cook quickly, making this an easy and elegant addition to soups, providing a protein boost while enhancing the presentation. Scramble eggs with soda water for fluffiness. Adding a splash of soda water to your scrambled eggs creates an airy, fluffy texture. Before cooking, whisk your eggs and add about 1 tablespoon of soda water for every 2 eggs. The carbonation in the water releases bubbles that expand when heated, making the eggs lighter and fluffier as they cook. This method enhances the texture without altering the flavor, resulting in perfectly tender, scrambled eggs that are soft and pillowy, ideal for a quick, elevated breakfast. Apply egg white to burns for relief. Egg whites can be used as a natural remedy to soothe minor burns. After cooling the burn with cold water, gently apply a thin layer of egg white over the affected area. The egg white forms a protective barrier and helps cool the skin, providing temporary relief from pain. The proteins in the egg white also promote skin healing. However, this remedy is best for superficial burns, and deeper or more serious burns should always be treated by a healthcare professional. Bake eggs in an onion ring for perfect shapes. For perfectly shaped eggs, bake them inside an onion ring. Slice a large onion into thick rings and place them on a greased baking sheet. Crack an egg into the center of each ring, season with salt and pepper, and bake for 10 to 12 minutes, or until the egg whites are set and the yolks are cooked to your liking. The onion ring acts as a mold, keeping the eggs neatly contained. This method works well for creating uniform eggs for sandwiches or breakfast plates. Fry eggs on a hot rock. In survival situations, you can fry eggs on a flat, hot rock. First, find a smooth, clean rock and heat it in a campfire or under direct sunlight until it's hot enough to cook. Once heated, crack an egg directly onto the rock's surface. The heat will cook the egg, much like a skillet. Fry the egg to your desired doneness, then carefully remove it with a spatula or knife. This method is a practical way to cook eggs outdoors without cookware. Bake mini omelets in muffin tins. Baking mini omelets in muffin tins is a great way to prepare a quick and portable breakfast. Whisk eggs with your favorite mix-ins, such as vegetables, cheese, or ham, and pour the mixture into greased muffin tin cups. Bake for 15 to 20 minutes, or until the eggs are fully set. These mini omelets are convenient for meal prep, as they can be stored in the fridge or freezer and reheated when needed. Perfect for busy mornings or on-the-go snacks. Puncture eggs with a needle before boiling. Puncturing eggs with a needle before boiling helps prevent them from cracking, and makes peeling easier. Using a clean needle or pin, gently poke a small hole in the wider end of the egg where there is an air pocket. This allows air to escape as the egg heats, reducing pressure inside the shell. Boil the eggs as usual, and you'll notice they're less likely to crack during cooking. This trick also helps create a smoother surface on the boiled eggs, perfect for presentation. Separate eggs with your hands. Separating eggs with your hands is an effective and quick way to divide the whites from the yolks, just like how Grandma did it. Crack the egg and gently pour the contents into your hand, allowing the egg white to slip through your fingers into a bowl while keeping the yolk intact in your palm. This method gives you more control and reduces the risk of breaking the yolk compared to traditional methods. It's a great technique for baking or recipes that require precise separation of yolks and whites. Place eggshell membrane on cuts for healing. The thin membrane inside eggshells has been used as a natural remedy for cuts and minor wounds. To use, gently peel the membrane from the inside of a cracked eggshell and place it directly over the cut. The membrane acts as a natural bandage, helping to protect the wound while promoting healing. Its proteins may also aid in tissue repair. While it's not a substitute for modern medical care, it can be a useful temporary solution in a pinch. Use the float test to check egg freshness. The float test is a simple way to check if your eggs are still fresh. Fill a bowl with water and gently place the egg in it. If the egg sinks to the bottom and lays flat, it's fresh. If it stands upright or floats, it's older and may be spoiled. As eggs age, the air pocket inside grows, causing the egg to become more buoyant. This method is a reliable, quick way to determine the freshness of your eggs before cooking. Whisk eggs with mayonnaise for creamy texture. For extra creamy scrambled eggs, whisk in a spoonful of mayonnaise before cooking. The mayonnaise adds richness and a silky texture, making the eggs more moist and flavorful. Simply whisk the eggs as usual, then blend in about a teaspoon of mayonnaise per egg before scrambling. The fat in the mayonnaise helps achieve a smooth, creamy consistency without altering the egg's flavor. Dab egg whites on acne to reduce inflammation. Egg whites can be used as a natural remedy to reduce acne inflammation. The proteins and enzymes in egg whites help tighten the skin and reduce redness. To use, whisk an egg white until frothy and dab it onto the affected areas using a cotton swab. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, allowing the egg white to dry and harden and rinse with warm water. Make omelets in a Ziploc bag in boiling water. Making omelets in a Ziploc bag is a fun and mess-free method. Crack 2 or 3 eggs into a resealable plastic bag. Add your favorite ingredients like cheese, veggies, or ham, and seal the bag tightly. Squeeze the bag gently to mix everything together. Drop the bag into a pot of boiling water and let it cook for 10 to 12 minutes. Once done, carefully remove the bag, open it, and slide the perfectly cooked omelet onto your plate. Grind eggshells for a calcium supplement. Eggshells are rich in calcium and can be ground into a powder to create a homemade calcium supplement. After thoroughly washing and boiling the eggshells to remove bacteria, bake them in the oven for about 10 minutes. Once dried, grind the shells into a fine powder using a coffee grinder or blender. You can add this calcium-rich powder to smoothies, yogurt, or even mix it into baking recipes to boost your calcium intake naturally. Make a bouncy egg by soaking it in vinegar. Did you know that you can turn a raw egg into a bouncy egg by soaking it in vinegar? Submerge the egg in a glass of vinegar and let it sit for 24 to 48 hours. The acid in the vinegar dissolves the egg shell, leaving the egg encased in its soft membrane. After rinsing the egg, you'll notice it has a rubbery texture and can even bounce gently. While the egg becomes fun and flexible, be careful not to bounce it too hard, as it can still break. Use egg white to moisturize dry skin with honey. Egg whites combined with honey create a powerful natural moisturizer. Whisk one egg white until frothy, then mix it with a tablespoon of honey. Apply the mixture evenly to clean, odorless, dry skin and leave it on for about 15 to 20 minutes. The egg white helps tighten the skin while honey, a natural humectant, locks in moisture. Rinse off with warm water and your skin will feel softer and more hydrated. Add baking soda to water for easier peeling. Adding a pinch of baking soda to the boiling water makes peeling hard-boiled eggs much easier. The alkaline nature of baking soda raises the pH level of the water, which helps loosen the bond between the egg whites and the shell. Simply add about half a teaspoon of baking soda to your pot of water before boiling the eggs. Once boiled and cooled, the eggshells will peel away effortlessly, saving time and frustration, especially when preparing large batches of hard-boiled eggs. Peel eggs by blowing into the cracked shell. Peeling boiled eggs can be made fun and easy by using the blow method. First, crack both ends of the egg, peeling away just enough shell to create small openings. Hold the egg and blow firmly into one end. The force of the air will push the egg out of its shell, leaving it perfectly intact. For more contents like this, click here to subscribe.